Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Detroit Lions. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're under zone.
We got
Go. 120! Man,
that's trash.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Squeeze, double.
Now Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively. Justin Coleman.
Jackson, incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On the give, running right is Howard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
In your face.
They run with Howard. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Go. 280.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam. Kill.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set. 20. Sunday.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go. 180.
Check 53, Mike. Get in the weight room.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Here we go. Switch the outlaw. Here we go, though.
Kill. 49. Check 49.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Back at the 18-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Sproles. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Black, come on.
They go counter with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You ain't got nothing.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure. pressure. He's brought down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Wentz now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Detroit. Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 43.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Second and 8 at the 15-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
53.
To throw on third down, Fitzgerald. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, 84 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making it.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
And the Lions first down.
Set up. 30 base. Hey, Sam off.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
33-yard line.
Set. 250.
Hey, Red. Watch the run. Watch the
Hey, high 7.
52, right 52. They can't hang with that.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 5 now. Wentz, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Here's Wentz to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played. This is taken about 7 yards deep. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
First down past the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They give to Johnson going right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Go, Mike. Go. 120. Hey, let's go.
Again, it's Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Working from the gun. Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
Let's make these
Rock it.
Let's make these babies cry. Go.
And he's got room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
120.
Watch the screen.
Watch the screen.
On first down, they run with Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Check three.
Shift.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion. And
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tavon Austin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's going to be a long gut.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, and this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, and even 50 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
36.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 11 yards there, first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Being chased out left. Oh, what a move. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready to break.
50 seconds, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Switch, switch, switch. Check, check, check.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 26.
7 yards. And the Lions first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Johnson, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
At the Eagles' 23-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check three, check three, check three.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Slam. Check down.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a two-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
57's the mic. Watch 57. You're not running. You're not running. Say it. He's coming. We got double up.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on fourth and goal.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So this one's